Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to show you how I made this folio using a file folder cover. So I will just very quickly show you. This is one that is finished. And let's see. So we've got a little pocket here on the front. And then we've got a little spot here at the bottom. We've got a pocket with vellum here, another vellum pocket there. There's a pocket here, just sewn down. And then there is a vellum pocket there. And then there is this little envelope, accordion envelope, and then in here. So it's very simple, made with a file folder, and I promised I would show you how to do it. So let's get started. I have some bits already prepared because I'm not sure how much we can get through in a half hour, but I'm pretty sure we can do it. So you'll need your score board if you have one. Otherwise, when you go to fold, you absolutely can use a ruler. Like you put the ruler where you want it and then fold onto the ruler. So first thing you want to butt this up so that this side that has the shortest from the fold. So you don't want to go here where all this writing is. You want to go where the shortest part is from the fold, and you want to glue there. You want to score at 2 inches. And take your time. Sometimes they're a little bit, scoreboards can be a little bit testy, but there we go. So, I don't know if you can see, there's a fold. You can fold it up if it helps. And then we're going to cut this one off on this side. Now these are 11.5 inches, a little over 11.5 inches in height this way. And so by taking off 2 inches, I know that my legal size envelope that I'm using for the inside of my accordion envelope will actually fit. So we'll take that, we'll save that and use it for something else. We're not going to use it for anything in this project at this stage. So the right hand side we've removed, and it is the shortest side. We've removed the bottom. So then we're going to put it right into the corner, the crease right into the corner of our scoreboard, and we're going to score at 4.5. Like that. And then we're going to fold that over. And this is where the accordion is going to go, in here. So the next thing I do is I fold all of that over. Fold it all over. And then I turn this around so that I can see the crease for my accordion. And I'm going to score right over where I've already folded at 4 3/4. That way we know we'll have space for this to fold. So it's 1/4 inch from where we folded last time at 4.5. So then we can go like that. And that essentially is the entire folio. So now I'm just going to move that scoreboard out of the way because we're not going to need it anymore. What I like to do is cut this because it creates too much bulk and it makes it hard for it to lay flat. So I just cut it in at a bit of an angle and then take that little bit off. Okay, so in the last in the one that I showed you, I just took my sewing machine and zigzagged across the bottom, and then that made these a nice tight pocket. I didn't do any gluing, but because I think it would be a little challenging for me right now to bring my sewing machine up, I'm going to just take a bead of glue to the inside of that flap, and I'm going to close it like so. And that should create the pocket we want. Now if you want, you can put glue down the sides as well to make your pocket stay. Absolutely, you can do that. Okay, so while that is, we're trying to get that to stay down. Easier said than done. I'm going to make the accordion part. So what I've done is I've taken 3 legal size envelopes, and I've just taken where the opening is here. I've pulled that open, and then I've cut 3.5 there and cut down. So 3.5 inches this way on it. And so I'm using 3 of those, and we're just going to make our accordion. So making sure that all of the openings, I know where all the openings are, and they're all up at the top there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue, probably about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/4 in the middle. And then I'm going to take the next one and just line it up at the bottom like that. And we know that all of the tops, the openings are at the top here. That's the only tough part, is making sure you know where your opening is so that you don't put one on upside down, which would make for a really unique folio. That's for sure. And then I'm just going to glue that on top as well. Okay, so that should give us our 3 pockets, and it does. Perfect. So the next thing I want to do is I want to glue it to the inside of this spot here. So this is the top, so I'm going to put my thumb in the opening, and I'm just going to do the same thing, go 1.5, 1 3/4 inches all the way down, and then I'm just going to hold the ends, and with this size I go to about not quite 1/8 of an inch to the top. It's a little less than 1/8 of an inch. It's pretty close to the top there, but you can see I've got lots of space for this underneath, which is what I want. Okay, so then what we want to do is put our glue here. Are you getting tired of me making these accordion pockets? I think the first person I saw making accordion pockets was Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. So what we now have is we have these pockets glued. We have an opening here, like that. Okay. So is that going to be enough to... This one I think needs a tiny bit more glue down here. And I can still run this, and I probably will run it under my sewing machine afterwards, but I do want it to be able to hold the ephemera. And you can use your bone folder and whatnot in here as well. So the other thing I have is I've cut some vellum to do the pockets, like I had in the last one. Those 4.5? No, those are too small. Okay, so these, what I did was I cut these one at 2.5 by 4.5, and then the others I cut at 1 3/4 by 4.5. But I am just going to eyeball it and cut these extra 2 that I have that are 2.5, because I want 2 of these for over here. So what I've done with that, so 4.5 wide and 2.5 deep will give you enough space to clear both of these creases. And I put it in around this space. Now I know the sides are straight of this, so I'm kind of lining this side up with the crease to make sure that it is straight. And it looks like it's straight. I'm using art glitter glue because art glitter glue does dry clear. So this is approximately 1 3/4. It's probably a little shy of that. And I'm going to put that here on this side. Pull it down a tiny bit. There, that feels straighter. Yep. And then I'm going to take the other one. So this is coming together really fast. I'm going to put the other one just over the top of that. Give it about, I don't know, about an inch in between, thereabouts. Okay, and then flatten that out. So those are our pockets in our folio. And what I want to do is, let me just take this. Then I have a piece of cardstock, and I cut it to 1 or 2 inches wide by just over 9 3/4. So it's just hair over. And so that's, I'm going to put a little notch in it, and this will make a nice side pocket for this piece that's folded over now. And that gives us a spot to put some more ephemera. And here I like to leave a little bit of the file folder showing. It's like a 1/16, I think. Just this little bit of cream that you can see. So we've got here. Now you could put something here if you want it, but I know this is going to get bulky when I put things in it, so I didn't want it to do too much. You can decorate anywhere throughout this, and you can decorate before you put the pockets on. Might be a good idea. And then this comes on the front, and so for that I have cut a piece of cardstock. This is some Tim Holtz cardstock. Sorry, I used my ruler, so it's a bit rougher, and it is 2.5 by 5, and then I cut a little divot on the side. So I'm just going to glue that to the front. And again, I'm not going to go right to the edge. I'm going to leave a little bit of the cream showing for a couple of reasons. One, because I like the look of it, but secondly, because I don't want to put too many surfaces on the spine. It kind of makes it cumbersome, so I don't want to do that. So we've got this, pockets, and that. So that is essentially the body of the folio. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to reinforce where I'm going to put my eyelet. And this is about 1 inch wide, and I think it's 1.5, thereabouts. And so I'm just going to fold that in half, like so, and one side of it. It's kind of a makeshift tab. You could use a whale's tail if you want it. And then I'm kind of looking at where there's space in between those. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the first one a little bit, knowing that the eyelet's going to go in the middle. That way the eyelet's not going to encumber either of the two pockets. So, just like that. This is coming along famously, if I do say so myself. Oh my goodness. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I forgot to ask. I hope you are having a great day. I've got a little eyelet there. And then I'm going to take, we're doing great. We've had a little bit of illness in the fam, so we haven't seen everybody for almost a week now. There's been some stomach flu going around, so everybody's we're trying to avoid getting together and spreading it or having it continue to exist within the family. See, this works out so nicely because that comes to be almost flush. This edge, it might come over a teeny tiny bit. You can see a little tiny bit in this one. But you know, I've done them all the same, and they're not uniform, these file folders. Or it's possible that I'm not folding perfectly. That would be a shocker. Okay, so I've got some silk sari ribbon. I'm going to make sure it's about a foot long here, and then before I put it through, so it's doubled to a foot on one side. The other one, I don't know how long I need it. I'm going to go around twice, and I find just kind of doing it this way is the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to pull that out. Still want to make sure I'm not losing that length, and just pull it. So this helps to reinforce by putting that extra bit of cardstock there. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go 1, 2. So there's much more here than I need, which is great. I prefer that because we don't know how wide this little folio is going to get. And then I just cut here so that these are a similar length. And then this piece I'll use for something else. So that is the construction. Very, very simple. Just put it together like that, and then you can put all kinds of things in it. Let me see. So we could put like a tag here. You could have a decorated tag. That would be even better. Or it's just, you know, it's for supplies before you actually get what you want to make made. So here's some stickers. You can put those in. That owl is gorgeous. So put the owl in here. This would make really nice Happy Mail to send to somebody, I think. Something up there. And then I'm going to put, I think, this other tall, I love the mushrooms, in here. So we've got that. What else do I have laying around that I could put somewhere? Oops. Let's see, is that too tall? You could put this in here, like that. It's just a time card. I'm just looking at what do I have on my shelf here. We've got that. Don't know if I have any more of those beautiful. Oh, here, I'll use one of my thank you cards. It can sit in here. And let's see, what else do I have handy? That's too big, I think. Set that there, and then of course we can put all sorts of things in here. I'm just looking at the ephemera I have handy. So I've got a little mushroom there. And then we've got that on the front. Why not put this beautiful fairy here on the front as well? And then we can put all kinds of things on the inside here. Little fussy cuts or whatever, stickers, whatever you might want to do. Yeah, I think this would make for a lovely Happy Mail for somebody. So just go around twice, You see how quick it was to fill it, and very simple. And you can zhuzh it up, decorate it as much as you want. You can put a pocket on the back if you want as well. So there it is. That is the File Folder Folio, a very quick and easy project to keep your supplies for your journal making. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Thanks for your wonderful comments about Maker's Monday and the recent journals that I made. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. See you, everyone. Bye.